The Nintendo Switch has all the hype, but it doesn't have shit. I mean, that's my opinion. So yes, the Nintendo Switch has finally been announced, but honestly, it has all the hype going for it, but let's be honest, it doesn't have shit. You could tell that Nintendo really is putting everything they have into this one system. It could be their last system for all we know. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. If you watch that presentation, they're taking all the best parts out of every system they had and putting it in this one system. Now, I really don't agree with the handle from the GameCube. That's the only thing they took. I don't know if you noticed that. Did you notice that?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's like, from the GameCube, all they took from it was the fucking handle. That's it.
What has a handle?
I don't know exactly what fuck has a handle in this system. I don't fucking see it.
I don't either.
Anyway, as I was saying, they finally announced it, $300, $299. That's, I guess that's an okay price. They would have made more waves if it was $250, honestly.
Well, at $299 it comes with a pair of Joy-Con straps, because everybody knows that's going to justify $299. The Nintendo Switch dock, which allows you to basically play on the TV, and then of course the appropriate cables that comes with it, and then a Joy-Con grip. That's that thing that you put the Joy-Con in.
So it's all hardware.
It's all hardware pretty much, and then it comes in two different colors. One Joy-Con color is going to be the gray, and then the other one's going to be blue and red. And aside from that, it doesn't come with any games. Having 1-2 Switch, I guess, kind of look like a tech demo to me. That's what I look at.
It is a tech demo. No matter how you look at it, that's a fucking tech demo. When there's a big game, when you're milking a cow, that's a tech demo.
Yeah, Nintendo is milking it with this one, though. I think they're really just phoning it in with this kind of console. The dimensions and everything else like that, the actual system, when you actually have it out of the dock, is no bigger than the Wii U. The Pro Controller is about the same thing as the Wii U. And the Joy-Con with the actual Joy-Con holder is about the same thing as the Pro Controller. What's also the same size is the hard drive on the Switch. It's going to be 32 gigs.
Which is pretty laughable. I think I have that many gigs on my shitty Android phone.
I bought a 32 gig USB from Best Buy a few months ago, and it was $7.99. So I guess Nintendo's using their money wisely, because that's really fucking pathetic. I mean, I wouldn't even call this a drop in the bucket if I were Nintendo. This is more like due. And as far as the size goes for your memory, we have 2 gigs that come out with the PS4 Pro, and then we have the 2 gigs that also come out on the Xbox One S. The device uses, it's kind of cool. It uses a regular USB, to actually charge. And I actually found that out by looking at the photos of the car charger that they have out there. So
you're telling me I could charge this shit in my car?
You can charge it in your car if you're on lunch, or if you're on a break. You can actually go out to your car and charge it while you're using it, and you're not going to run out of battery. At least I don't even know battery specs as of right now.
Actually, from what I hear, I think it's 6 hours of battery life.
So 6 hours of battery life.
That's not bad.
Which isn't terrible. And then they said 3 hours if you're playing something more graphic intensive like Breath of the Wild.
Or maybe even Skyrim.
We'll see about that. Anyway, price points, like I said earlier, we're milking those. $70 for the Pro Controllers. $80 for a Joy-Con set. And mind you, that doesn't come with the holder.
It's just
the
nubs.
It's just the nubs.
That's pretty much what I'm calling it.
That's pretty much what they are.
One could even argue and call it a nunchuck. They could.
They could, yeah.
Because similar.
It's about the same size, I think.
Oh, okay. So
actually, they were saying it's about the same size as the Game Boy Micro.
That shit was small.
Yeah, that was.
So basically, I have small hands, so it's gonna look great in my hands. But let's say a giant guy, maybe a bro, they're just gonna fucking look so tiny in their hands.
Yeah, a 6'2" linebacker from UTSA is gonna grab this thing, and he's gonna be like, what the hell is this tiny shit? Yeah, they're pretty small. The other thing to kind of take of note is that, like I mentioned, it doesn't come with a holder. So you can get one that actually charges the Joy-Con for you for $30, and I'm not even sure how the Joy-Con battery works either. So I assumed you might use AAA's for it.
Would make sense.
Would make sense, right? But apparently you can just charge them, which is a good thing. I don't like buying batteries, for my Xbox One S controllers. But I think they actually charge now, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
See, that's pretty
They
badass.
do charge now.
See-
They have like a whole charging system, kind of like this shit.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
exactly the same thing. So they just took a page out of Microsoft, basically.
That's a pretty good idea. And then you can buy a charger, for the Joy-Con for $30 individually, and then $15 for just the standard holder of there. Nintendo's also selling the dock separately, and they justify this purchase with the clever marketing. If you'd like to use your Nintendo Switch with multiple TVs in the house, this set provides everything you need to dock your system and play in TV mode. That's directly from Nintendo's website.
So they knew that people were going to ask questions like about this and talk shit until they were like ready. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good about something.
Well, I mean, that's not even... I mean, I think that's stupid. Like, come on. Okay, so you're really that lazy that you're not going to take the dock off of one TV and take it to your other room?
I don't know if you've like walked outside or noticed society as it is now. We have fucking hoverboards. You can't see me, but I'm doing quotations. We have hoverboards now for people who just don't want to walk. They just want to just like lean forward and move. So yes, this makes sense because people are fucking lazy now. I mean, that's just the way it is. That's just society is, man. America's stupid as shit. Look at our new president just Friday. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, those are two very good valid points. And the other weird thing is too, since we're on the top of like all the accessories and stuff like that, we're getting this directly from Nintendo's website. Yeah, you get another set of plastic wheels for your Joy-Con.
Why? Like I said, I think we talked about this the other day. Like, I once played Mario Kart Wii, and it comes with the controllers. Like, yeah, it's kind of fun, but it really does nothing to fucking enhance the... What's the word? Enhance the game in any way. It doesn't enhance the experience. That's what I was trying to say. It doesn't enhance the experience at all. They really are, like you said, they're milking the hell out of it because you don't need it. If you buy that fucking wheel for your Mario Kart Deluxe game, you're dumb as hell. You just wasted money.
I mean, it doesn't really help for immersion, at least in my book. But I mean, buying one of those $400 or $500 things where you have the seat and you have the pedals and all that other bullshit, I think that's pretty cool.
I'd rather buy all that for like Forza Motorsport, to be honest.
Exactly, right, yeah. There's better games for you to buy that kind of stupid crap for. Anyway, since you were on the top of the Mario Kart 8, yeah, Mario Kart 8 is getting a complete edition rather than a new game. It's going to be base price at $60. A lot of the new titles, and we can tell the like AAA titles, Zelda, Mario, like we said, that's going to be $60. Skyrim, which for a 5-year-old game is kind of stupid.
It should at least be 40.
I think
if it's not the special edition, it should be 40.
And it doesn't look like it is, judging by what we actually see on there. And there's no special features or any enhancements or upgrades from the original version of the game for the Switch that are exclusive to the Switch, from we could also tell as well.
And going off Skyrim, I think it's kind of odd that it's not even gonna be a launch title, is it?
No.
But doesn't that strike you as odd that it's not even a launch title, just since it's a 5-year-old game?
Absolutely. I think it's kind of like a waste of just, the actual franchise itself. It's because you're saying, okay, yeah, we have Skyrim, but it's not a launch title. And on top of that, we're going to charge you $60 for it. And it's not an enhanced version of the game. So what are they taking their extra time for? We have no idea.
Actually, I have a pretty good theory about what they're taking their extra time for.
What's that?
Now, this might bear with me, but think about it. You're fucking playing the opening of Skyrim, the whole Fuster Da, and that fucking dragon comes out like right when the game starts. But it's in the skin of Yoshi.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they might Nintendo-fy this game and have like skins and everything. Think about that. It sounds stupid. But how awesome would it be if you're Fuster Dawing in a fucking Link outfit? How badass would that be?
Well, I guess, you got a point there. It worked for Bayonetta. It works for a lot of games, actually.
Yeah, it works for a lot of games. And there's even that, like, when Tekken was on the Wii.
Yeah.
Like, the skins and the power-ups, that was a lot of fun. So, I'm thinking that could be the reason why. That if they don't do that, that's a missed opportunity.
Then you bring up some pretty good points on there. So, hopefully we'll get something a little different than everybody else did already. Or from what we did, because, we played it on a 360. And now, I have a PC, you have an Xbox One, we could easily play the upgraded version of it.
Yeah.
And, it'll be worth the purchase, at least to us, because there's mods and, there's all of
better graphics.
Well,
it's mostly, let's be honest, it's mostly for the mods.
It's mostly for mods,
yeah.
Absolutely. So base price for, those games are going to be $60. Also, for some reason, Lego Undercover $60.
And that game's like, what, 3 years old, 2 years old?
So this is like the GTA for kids from what I remember reading in a review a long time ago. I'm not really sure why you would charge another $60 for a 3-year-old game. Maybe I think it's actually 4.
Is it?
I can't remember.
It's an old game. I was really surprised when I saw that listing on GameStop for Lego City Undercover. I'm just like, why? Why are you charging $60 for this old ass game? That's not even that great. Let's be honest. It isn't.
Yeah. Well, it isn't. But it's whatever price.
It's for kids, I guess. Yeah.
Whatever they can do to get their extra money. Once you switch, I guess like that's gonna be like a non-game. That's gonna be like $50, which is way overpriced for what it actually is.
Wasn't Wii Sports because Wii Sports when it came out for obviously the Wii, it was $30, wasn't it?
Well, you couldn't buy it separately originally. And
yeah,
I think when it actually did come out separately,
it was like $30.
It was $30 or something.
Yeah,
like that.
so it would have made a lot more sense if it was $30 because basically this is a Wii Sports for this new console. It basically is.
Yeah. So that's going to be $50. Also, judging else by the games like smaller indie titles like Has Been Heroes, which is not an exclusive to the Switch, by the way. And they didn't say it was, but I'm just saying, if you hear somebody else different, well, Has Been Heroes looks cool. It's from the makers of Trine. Well, it does, but it's, not a Nintendo exclusive. It's also coming out on Steam. And we also have that one priced at $20. So that's a smaller indie title. And then, a little bit larger known would be like Binding of Isaac, which is $40 out the gate. If you buy Binding of Isaac on Steam, for example, today, I think it's like base price $20, and you have every single thing in there. So I'm not really sure what they're marketing this console for, people. And then on top of that, Breath of the Wild we know is going to be released for the Wii U. Now there was some reports that the Nintendo Switch is going to actually have upgrades to the titles. Like previously, Mario Kart 8, you'd have 60 frames per second, but now it's going to be something like it was like 900p or something like on the Wii U. It'll be a full 1080 on the Switch, but it'll be 1080p if you're only playing on the TV. The actual controller, with the screen on there, the actual Switch console itself, when it's in handheld mode, is only 720p.
So that's a downgrade.
Well, when you think about it,
I mean, it's not a shitty downgrade, but it's still a downgrade.
It's not really a downgrade, I guess, in the sense that the Wii U, that little screen on that was 480p. So it is actually an upgrade.
Okay, it's an upgrade-downgrade thing.
It's an upgrade-downgrade thing. So the 1080p, 60 frames per second will only work when you have it docked to your TV. And then after that, if you have more than 2 people playing on the same TV, it actually lowers the FPS down to 30. So it's just going to cut everything in half, basically. Animations are going to look a bit more choppy. I mean, they won't look choppy in the sense of this is unplayable bullshit.
So basically, don't play with your friends.
Yeah, well,
just play by yourself. Maybe right. Online, and then it'll look great.
I guess part of them, marketing this system in that way is that you can have up to 8 switches connected to the same network. So maybe they're trying to push that, But I mean, honestly, that would be like saying that we use $299 right now. I mean, you can go buy a Wii U. I have a Wii U already, and then we can have somebody else get a Wii U. We could play online right now if we wanted to.
For free, by the way.
For free, because Nintendo is actually going to start charging for, their online capability. Now, this is going to be done through a phone app rather than actually on the console itself. So there's still a lot of unknown unknowns as far as that goes. I know that they're going to put out some of the library from previous generations inside of this as a free service, or rather free games for the service. Kind of like how Xbox Live has games.
Xbox Games of Gold and the PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus gives you games, right. Yeah. And then these old titles are going to may or may not have new updates to them that allow you to play online with each other, which would be kind of cool. But, I was thinking the other day, a lot of the games that I would want to play on SNES or even NES, they're single-player games.
Yeah, well, you think back in Nintendo, and for as long as, it's been a thing, it's mostly been a single-person console. I mean, the first system that I guess handled multiplayer really well was N64, because you had Star Fox and GoldenEye, and then later Mario Party and then Smash Brothers. Those are the games that people play multiplayer. But honestly, for all Nintendo has done for the past decades, it's basically for a single player system.
So, and kind of also going off of that, a lot of third-party NES titles and a lot of third-party SNES titles, those were multiplayer games that you might want to play.
Yeah, but they're very forgettable.
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. I was just talking about like the hardcore Nintendo fanboys and fans. Like, they were just most of single-player games.
I mean, Ninja Turtles on Super Nintendo was pretty not unforgettable.
I forgot about it.
Mortal Kombat, you know. I mean,
yeah, but those are legendary. Like, you know, let's be real, man. Where's my Bugsby, man?
Ah, shut the fuck. Fuck Busby. Anyway, they're gonna redo their infrastructure, which is pretty good because the current infrastructure pretty much sucks as far as online playing goes. You know, we've all tried to play Brawl or Smash Brothers Wii U, and you know we've gotten maybe 10 FPS during the duration of most of the matches on there. It's gonna be handled again, like I said, with an application. And for the most part, it does sound like a general improvement of the existing service. You know, they're going to have lobbies and all this other kind of stuff. And I think they're either going to be completely dumping the current infrastructure or they're just going to be building it from the ground up. And, of course, you know, this is pretty much my favorite thing about it is that they're dumping whatever online services, you know, that they do have right now. That's going to be a big upgrade as far as their business model going forward. You know, hey, we are online, you know, boasts this and it does that. It does anything that the PS4 or Xbox One does. The one thing and one big omission that we were just talking about today was the omission of Street Passes. So no Street Passes anymore. No Miiverse. No Miiverse, which is kind of bullshit. But now they're trying to more branch out into like, hey, that's why we have the share button on the actual console so you can like share it with your friends on Facebook or tweet some pictures or whatever you want to do. That's what I think they're gonna do it or handle it or maybe have some kind of integration with YouTube or Twitch. That might be a little cool.
That would be cool if they did it with Twitch.
Yeah.
Because, you know, right now Nintendo's all like bitchy with YouTube already.
You're right. You know.
So basically, if they did something with Twitch, that'd be cool because let's be honest, it's not going to happen with YouTube anytime soon.
No, it sure isn't. And especially as, you know, a lot of people do like seeing people run Super Mario Maker on there. Speaking of which, Super Mario Odyssey was announced in addition to a whole bunch of weeaboo games. And
did you just say weeaboo games?
I called them weeaboo games, and, you know, people might get offended because I said weeaboo, but, you know what? I don't give a shit. I mean, that's what they look like to me. JRPGs are just like, you know, hey, go over here, fight this Uber Rabbit, go over here and get this golden chalice, go over here, break the golden chalice because there's a princess inside of it. And then the princess dies and then you have to go kill Sephiroth.
Well, fuck me, right?
Exactly, yeah. You know, that's exactly how those fucking games go. But, you know, they talked about having Travis touchdown in a new game. Suda51 came out. That was pretty hype.
That was pretty hype. I fucking saw that picture and I fucking flipped out. I couldn't even pronounce words. I was just like, Travis touchdown his back, but he's just like, it's not really No More Heroes 3, which is fucking travesty. But then he's all like, it's mostly gonna be wrestling integrity. What's that word? I'm trying to think of it. Mostly wrestling based. I don't know how it is. It kind of makes sense because you play No More Heroes. Mm-hmm. He did wrestling moves when you flip the nunchucks.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, that's kind of cool, but I was actually hoping to, you know, make a jacking off motion with these new Switch controllers because, you know, that's how you power up the sword. But that's just me. It was a lot of fun. If you didn't play No More Heroes 2 or No More Heroes for that rather, like, that's how he charged up his sword. He whacked it off. I think it was hilarious. It was great. It's a great game. Very underrated. That's why I was very excited when Suda's like, yeah, Travis touchdown is back, bitches. I don't know when, but he's coming back.
I didn't like Super Mario Odyssey just because it looked like...
Because of the real people?
Yeah, it looked like...
Did that freak you out?
Looked like Sonic 06. Now, the only thing that, you know, was kind of like the saving grace of that game is like, oh, well, it's, you know, it's New Donk City.
Donk City, and like, you know, I just remember I didn't even notice that like when they first announced it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Next day I just see all these fucking memes about coconut cream pies and shit, and I'm just like, no fucking way. And then like, yeah, all the seats are named after like Donkey Kong characters like Cranky, and there's like a Diddy Lane or something like that. Could be P Diddy, but it's probably Diddy Kong. I'm just saying.
And they made Bowser Zappelli from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, you know, he has a fucking tuxedo and a hat. I don't know why.
I don't like the eyes on the hats. That kind of pisses me off.
Well, like, it's like I said, like, I was all in until I saw those stupid ass eyes like at the hat at the end of that trailer. That's just a fucking novelty. It doesn't have to be there. They just made it so they can make fucking plushes or hats with eyes and make more money. Let's be honest, people are gonna buy it because people bought the Power Glove, they're gonna buy this hat.
Well, that's true. You know, speaking of novelty, you know, they got that HD Rumble, so you get to, you know, determine how many ice cubes are in a fucking glass. You know, a digital glass.
I just don't understand why. I mean, like, fucking ice cubes, like, why did they announce stupid shit like this, but like no F-Zero to be found? I mean, that's just me. I'm just like,
I'm in the same boat, because like I was man, they need to really make a new F-Zero game, and then there's no F-Zero. They got like F-Zero Clone, whatever that game is. I can't remember exactly what it is. We'll probably link it on the bottom of this video, or I'll remember what it is. I think it's called Fast Racing Neo.
that sounds nothing like F-Zero, but okay.
Yeah.
But like, you know, that's another thing too. One thing about Nintendo that they really need to do with this system, if you think back, would you agree that the Super Nintendo was the most successful system out of like every system they've ever had?
You know what? I would say yes. I think because a lot of folks going into the 90s had a lot more cash, you know, and that previous generation in the 80s was like getting jobs at like, you know, 7-Eleven and Pizza Hut and other 90s bullshit back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that's the more successful.
The reason I think that it was more successful is because it had everything on that console. I mean, it had a Mario game, it had F-Zero, it had Metroid, it had a Yoshi game, and, you know, Yoshi's Story 2. Like, it pretty much had every single game. And then from each generation on, like, you know, you get the GameCube, there's an F-Zero game, but there's like, what was that shitty Star Fox game?
That Star Fox Adventures.
Yeah, and which isn't even a Star Fox game. They just changed the template when it came over here to America because it wasn't. It was like a Japanese game. It was completely different.
And then they had Star Fox Assault on, I think, the Wii.
Yeah, exactly. But you see that it technically skipped a generation. It wasn't on the GameCube and it was on the Wii. And they do that with their games. They skip generations. I think the only consistent one is Zelda and Mario. That's it. Those are the only two.
Yeah, because we didn't get a Metroid game for Wii U.
Yeah, so basically, that's what I feel they need to do with the system. They need to actually get off their asses and give the fans what they want. Like, I want a new F-Zero game. Besides the ones they've announced, I want a new F-Zero game. I want a new Yoshi game. I want a freaking Donkey Konga game, because we need to bring that back. Let's be honest. No?
I mean,
I'm the only one in that boat? Okay. But, you know,
maybe
know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
we need to bring all these games back.
Yeah, I think they really need to take a look at what they did with Star Fox Zero and then just completely scrap that entire idea and then make a new Star Fox, because that, you know, just pissed me off. I didn't like that game at all. Mario Maker was great. I think they should make a Zelda Maker.
Oh, that would be lit.
That would be pretty fucking awesome. You said lit.
I did say lit, dude. It's 2017, man.
What an asshole. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of this video. Availability as of right now, you really can't buy it anywhere. The pre-orders sold out pretty much all over the place.
What a surprise.
Yeah, hey, you know, the NES Classic, I'm still not able to fucking get one almost 3 months in, and I still can't fucking find those things.
It's okay. They announced today. It's their first surplus. You'll have another chance. I don't know when, but you're going to have another chance pretty soon.
I'm sure it'll be like 40 or 50 people the day of in front of me whenever I get to Target again. I hate going to get that thing, and I've tried like 4 times and I haven't been a successful single time.
Yeah, but how long will it be before it's just everywhere? I mean, it happens all the damn time with Nintendo shit. Like, you know,
started with the Wii.
Yeah,
arguably, and then we went into
Wii U, and then Amiibos, and now with the NES Classic, it's gonna happen eventually where there's just overabundance of them. So, you know, you'll get your chance. It's just gonna be a bit of a while. If you're really thirsty for the system, good luck. But, you know, by all means, it's gonna take a bit.
So, I mean, now that you're saying, like, you know, if you're really thirsty for it, GameStop in particular is utilizing the hype surrounding the console's announcement to capitalize on the pre-orders. So bundles of the console with various software or accessories, they start at $400. So they're pretty much taking over the entire market as far as pre-orders go and maxing out, you know, all the revenue that they can possibly get. Hey, do you want a Switch console? Cost of $450 so that you can get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're going above and beyond the normal you know, necessary things to actually get people to buy this shit. Everybody else, I guess, they've either run out of pre-orders or they're just awaiting another response to go ahead and receive approval for further requisitions. So once they have more allocations of actual consoles, they're going to go ahead and start getting those in. And it's kind of greedy that GameStop is doing it that way. But from a business standpoint, man, I mean, they're going to create a ton of cash flow for that company during the initial launch period.
Oh, yeah.
And, Sam's Club does this every once in a while, too. They'll bundle up software and stuff like that. That's a really smart move. Best Buy will do it, but they'll give you a discount, if you buy a lot more.
Yeah, they'll give you a gift card.
They'll give you some
it's not going to be a discount, it's going to be a gift card.
Some kind of an incentive and shit like that. But, at least as far as the console goes, I mean, getting back to NES Classic, I expect to see a lot more form of scalping, scamming, false promises from the actual manufacturers. I mean, you could actually make an entire video talking about this shit right over here because they just don't understand common supply and demand practices. I mean, that's just the way to, at least that's, to me, exactly what I feel like.
I mean, it's that, but also, there's a lot of hardcore Nintendo fans. So, like, yeah, there probably is like a fuckload of consoles and everything. It's just that you can't meet this demand because it's so high now.
Yeah,
it's just so high. It's ridiculously high now because it's just Nintendo's on everywhere now. It's even on smartphones now.
And it's going to be interesting to see, I guess, moving forward from here. I'm more expecting to see companion applications for some games. It'd be kind of cool if you had like your inventory for Breath of the Wild, but
like on your phone, that would be sweet.
That would be kind of cool, and then maybe you could have like an opponent mini game where you gotta shoot like
fishing mini games.
That'd
like
be
smashing
cool.
pot mini games, throwing chickens mini games. Yeah, I can see that happening.
You can see that happening.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
I think we just
they make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey Nintendo, are you listening to this? We just have a great idea.
Yeah, I think we just opened up the market for that development inside of there. Anyway, so overall, right now, what do you think? Is it a buy or is it a pass?
Right now, I want to say it's a pass, but I don't know. In 2 weeks, I hope to play it at PAX South, and I could change my mind. I'm just disappointed with the lineup, the launch lineup. It's very pathetic. I mean, people are basically just gonna buy that Zelda game. If you buy ARMS, may God have mercy on your soul.
We didn't even talk about ARMS.
There's nothing to talk about ARMS. It's just ARMS. You just punch things.
And Splatoon 2 also got announced too. Wow, I guess we're on the subject of the games again. I mean, they might as well just call it Splatoon 1.5 from what I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Whenever I see Splatoon, I just think Homestuck, and it just kind of throws me off.
Yeah, I don't see it.
You don't see it? I mean, they're very cartoony, and like, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are into Homestuck. God bless you, but I just don't get it. So I just see it like as a Homestuck game. I don't know why. I'll have a better reason for you like next time, but I really don't right now. That's just my opinion.
I don't think it's a buy right now either. And then I said I was going to reserve Final Judgment for PAX when we do go over there eventually and we play it. But as of right now, yeah, no, I don't see a reason to buy it. At least for me.
Not right now.
I still have a Wii U.
Yeah, and
so I can still get Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, you still get Breath of the Wild. So like, not right now. Like, I would just wait off on that. But yeah, possibly my final judgment would be at PAX South when we get there like at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. and wait in line for 4 hours.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna look. Well, it's been great talking to you. I mean, we pretty much talk all the time, but this is a good start to this.
Yes, it is. Hopefully we could do it a little bit more often. Because I have a lot of shit to say, and I haven't been saying shit, and I talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, you sure do. Welpers, until next time, everybody, do we do like a...
like an outro thing?
Yeah.
Wubba-dubba-dub-dub.
Is that from...
That's in Rick and Morty.
I mean, that's... I was gonna say to keep calm and carry on. That's pretty shitty, too.
That is pretty shitty.
We'll think of something better next time. See y'all later.
All right, y'all fuck off now.